Motorcycle. It has always been seen as a symbol of freedom. When you twist the throttle, when the motorcycle accelerates, when the wind hits your face, time slows down and you feel free. And in the moment, your brain floods with dopamine at that moment. That feeling is what keeps you alive. So how would you feel if I told you that the same dopamine hormone that gives you that feeling is also released when you scroll through your screen? What if I told you that all social media platforms are designed to make you feel that feeling again? The feeling of freedom you find in speed is actually the same mechanism the algorithm uses to lock you to your screen. So maybe while searching for freedom, you're just surrendering to another system's design. Interesting, isn't it? Let's explore together how your brain creates this paradox. Think about it. When you turn the throttle, your brain rewards you. This is something we inherited from our ancestors. It's nature's way of motivating you to stay alert. Every time you accelerate, dopamine is released. You can feel the awareness, sharpness, and liveliness of that moment. But then something happened. Technology noticed this biological reality. Social media companies copied this reward cycle in your brain to keep you glued to the screen longer. Now, every swipe, every like, every notification works like a little throttle. For a second, you think you've discovered something, but you're actually just consuming what an algorithm has deemed interesting. In neuroscience, this is called reward prediction error. The brain tries to predict when the next reward will come, and when it can't find it, it feels deprived and wants to search more. When you're on a motorbike, dopamine release naturally decreases because the brain chooses focus over danger. It stays in the moment and enters flow. But on social media, there's never satiety. It's like drinking seawater. Your thirst is never quenched. Each new piece of content is a little brighter, a little shorter, a little faster than the last. That's why we now struggle to focus. Nothing we do feels complete. Because while our brain is constantly chasing the new, it loses the ability to stay in the now. It misses the moment. So the problem isn't speed. The problem is how the brain perceives speed. One liberates you, the other controls you. So which do you choose, the throttle or the swipe? When you're on the bike, everything becomes clear. Time slows down. You stay in the moment. Suddenly, the outside world blurs away, leaving only the road and you. No one can come between you. Speed doesn't distract you. On the contrary, it focuses you. Instead of fleeing from overstimulation, your brain begins to process every detail. Your blood pressure begins to drop. As dopamine levels drop, control shifts to norepinephrine, the focus chemical. This balance creates the flow state. When riding a motorcycle, the prefrontal cortex, the part that constantly thinks, plans, and worries, quietens down. This silence locks your attention in the present. There is no longer the voice of past or future worries. There is only the shared rhythm of your body, the engine, and the road. This is called transient hypofrontality. The brain briefly relinquishes control and awareness takes over. Yet, the opposite happens in front of a screen. And that's exactly what's desired. Algorithms try to keep you on the screen by constantly stimulating you with dopamine hits. With no real goal, the brain gets stuck in a reward expectation error loop. It starts repeating itself endlessly. Every swipe is a hope, every like a micro reward. But none of them reach equilibrium. A feeling arises that something is definitely missing. That's why the screen doesn't satisfy you. It just makes you repeat. You enter a cycle. When the system shuts down while riding a motorcycle, control comes from within, not from outside. This is true, pure freedom, and being in the moment. Consciousness dissolves into the action. That's why time spent on a motorcycle is as restorative as meditation. You feel rested after getting off the bike because your thoughts have drifted away from your mind, and you've only listened to your own inner voice because for the first time, your mind is fully in the present. The wind isn't just a sensation, it's also a way for your nervous system to recalibrate itself. You reset yourself. With every acceleration, the brain measures itself. It learns its limits. Every practice, every experience expands that limit. Heart rate, muscle tension, breathing rhythm, they are all a kind of biological feedback loop. If you manage to stay in tune with speed, the system calms down. But if your mind doesn't let go of control, chaos begins. That's why expert drivers say, don't control the speed, control your mind. Social media constantly directs you outward, toward other people's lives, new content, endless notifications. You don't want to stay behind, so you constantly stay in the flow on the screen. Motorcycling does the opposite. It pulls you in, introduces you to your mind. In one, attention is exploited for profit. In the other, attention is purified and refined. In one, dopamine controls you. In the other, you control dopamine. Perhaps that's why riding isn't an escape, but a return to yourself and a renewal. It's an act of turning inward, not outward. So freedom isn't in speed. It's in the power to find balance within speed. True freedom isn't about speed. It's not about how fast you go, but how much you notice what you're doing. We all think we're free, especially in today's modern world. This illusion is very strong in all of us compared to previous eras. But in reality, most of the time, we're just speeding up within the different systems of the modern world. One tells you to watch more, the other to do more. And in both cases, you remain in the same dopamine cycle. You're in the same vicious cycle, like a donkey chasing a carrot. The motorcycle is actually a metaphor. The throttle measures not only speed, but also awareness. It connects you to life. The more you try to control it, the more tense you become. The more you let go and start trusting the rhythm, the clearer everything becomes. You move in sync with life. Social media directs you toward what others are doing. The motorcycle directs you inward. One makes you lose yourself in the crowd. The other helps you find yourself in the silence. And perhaps the real issue is not speeding up. It's knowing why you're speeding up. Like everything else, as Marcus Aurelius said, the tranquility of the mind is the strength of the soul. So freedom is not in silencing the outside world. It's in being able to hear the voice of the inner world. In the end, you understand. Letting go of control isn't actually surrendering. It's learning to live life consciously. In the end, freedom isn't about speed. It's about being able to recognize who is speeding you up. The engine pulls you inward. It connects you to life. It confronts you with yourself. The algorithm, on the other hand, makes you dependent on the outside. You want to stay constantly in the flow of the screen. One brings awareness, the other, dependency. So which are you experiencing? The ride or the scroll? If this got you thinking, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments. Because this journey continues not only on the road, but also in the mind.